Hello, my friends. Welcome back to some more of another old series of mine. It's revisiting all my old series. And today's revisiting is going to be a game called Age of Darkness. What is Age of Darkness? Where did it come from? What does it taste like? What are the philosophical implications of Mr. Grey? Did we? No one really. All we really know is that there's some kind of weird, freaky red crystals that turn everybody in the whole world into ghosts. Ghost demons. Golems. Ghostly golems. Which then, during the night, proceed to totally flap our cheeks and take complete and utter shit on our heads. What is this game? So, essentially, a long time ago, video gamers invented what was known as the tower defense. What is a tower defense? Tower defenses are very old. They originally came, in my opinion, my first exposure to them came from StarCraft 1. A special UMS type uh, game match where the player would get a builder. I think it was a probe at that time. And the probe could build basically infinite photon cannons. The data, ironically, was stolen from another map, which was actually called Cat and Mouse. And Cat and Mouse is pretty legendary because it was essentially a similar thing where one player, the Ultralisk, would run around and chase the probes. The probes had unlimited money. Well, actually, in theory, they had zero money, but the pylons costed nothing. They were free, and the photon cannons were nothing. They were free. And so you had to abuse what's known as the collision glitch to build walls of pylons behind yourself. If you ever got trapped, you only had the chance of canceling the structure to escape. Because if the structure finished before you could collision through, you would die. And that data was turned into a tower defense. And that tower defense inspired a lot of people, I think, around the world to make tower defenses of their own. Another version of that is the special secret Red Alert 1 and Red Alert 2 levels where you use the time machine. For those of you who don't know that particular level or the lore or the history, in Red Alert 1, you use the time machine in Red Alert 2, you use the time machine. You're trying to stop the assassination of Einstein, and you have to use Einstein's time machine to do it. And you accidentally end up Cretaceous period or in the Jurassic period, and you have to build base defenses uh, to stop the T-Rexes from killing your MCV. And that was in homage to a level from Red Alert 1 where Stalin unleashed genetically modified ants to destroy his enemies. And the genetically modified ants are replaced by the dinosaurs, and the time machine is replaced by the nuclear missile bunker. You leave it alive too long, it shoots nukes at you, basically. Anyway, tower defenses are an old thing. In Warcraft 3, they were uh, very famous. That's where they got the most variety, I think, is in Warcraft 3. All the number of tower defenses. Tower defenses turned into a genre inspired by the idea of mobs that spawn off map or from magic spawn points that march towards location B from location A. And your goal is to, without escaping the map, because there's no reason to escape the map, you're trying to stop the entities reaching from point A to point B. So you have all the space in between point A and point B to stop them. As the rounds increase, the difficulty increases in the form of health and speed. And that's a tower defense, essentially. And when too many things get through, then it's over. It's GG well played. They are billions is a type of tower defense. Tower defense survival. Tower defense combined with survival. And this game feels like a really big improvement on They Are Billions. Now, I don't actually know. I'm not smart enough to know if the studio that made Age of Darkness had anything to do with They Are Billions, but I have to tell you, it feels like it did. It has the same grid, same mechanics, same camera zoom level, similar population limits, similar art styles in the terrain and in the topography. When I last played this game in 2022, there wasn't a campaign, there wasn't music, there was just the button survival and load. In fact, I don't even think the feedback or the credits buttons were there, and I definitely know the gameplay tips button was not there. Now, what's interesting, this game now has music in the main menu. I don't remember if it did this whole time or not, but while we smoke weed, drink some shit, we're gonna explore what has changed about this game. Now, I did do a small number of videos on this game when it was new. It was cool because I could run it even on my potato, and that's what's kind of nice about this game. If you have a potato or a PC, the chances are you're probably going to be able to still run it. You can't run Aliens: The Dark Descent, then you probably can't run this. But if you can run the Aliens: Dark Descent, then you probably can run this as well. This is a little bit harder on your computer than They Are Billions, but it's a little less hard on your computer than something like, say, Dishonored. So, judge that as you will. Potatoes, for those of you, my friends out there who asked me to play this because you have potatoes, I will do my best to read everything and not skip cinematics. I know that when I played this game there wasn't any cinematics, so I didn't know that there were cinematics to skip. Out of curiosity, I want to know if it will actually see my games. Ah, fascinating. Ah, fascinating. So it did have that save, okay. But not these ones. Fascinating, okay. So what is this game? What is Age of Darkness? Well, I guess this is the newest expansion or update of it. Kind of like the way Barotrauma gets a new update name each time they push out a giant update. And they change the name, like Into the Abyss, or I think the newest one. What is the newest one? Out of curiosity. Or I make myself look like an idiot and reference a patch name. So the last one was called Unto the Breach. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was called Unto the Breach, and the one before that was called... Because they have all kinds of little updates, but then sometimes they have these big updates. Blood in the Water. That's what it was called. So Blood in the Water turned into Unto the Breach. Kind of changed the patch, the version of the game. So any mods, for example, that you made for one version of the game, they don't work. You have to update them for Unto the Breach in order to use them. This game itself has been getting expansions. Now, I don't remember if they're DLC. I better check that, because, again, I look like an idiot. You never know. Could be proving me wrong. Where is the DLC for this? Fascinating. So there is one set of... Oh wow, there's been tons of updates. Okay, so this campaign Act 3, I don't actually know what that means. I guess it's free. Because I don't... it might be. I might be wrong. I just don't remember if I bought DLC for this game or not. But if I did, which I don't think I did, then it means the story, the campaign, is free. I guess that's it. You just get a mission. You don't even have to... So, story of this game, the lore. Dear sweet God, the lore. Some kind of evil cauldrons and crystals that float around. Exactly why or who put them there, I don't know. These crystals basically create these shrouds, these big circles, big death circles. You remember that level in StarCraft 2 when Amon's temple opens and the black tidal wave of jizz that comes out with the red lightning, and most people say, oh, that's not so bad. You know, it's just a creeping tidal wave of death. The units don't even die right away. So what happens in that level is this creeping tidal wave of death that's really super slow. Like, I'm talking 1950s The Blob slow. Whenever it touches your units, it immediately freezes them in place. It immediately permanently stuns them. It permanently 100% stuns them. And it deals 1 damage per second. Why is that bad? StarCraft 2 operates on a system where if your units are killed, you replace them. You cannot replace them until the supply cap is released. So this tidal wave of Black Death that stuns your troops and deals 1 damage per second, it basically destroys you in StarCraft, because as you're trying to replace your armies with fresh armies, as you're trying to create fresh units, you find yourself unable to, because the black tidal wave of death has already permanently stunned them, and a lot of them are still at 90% health or 80% health. It takes a very long time to kill them. It's a nightmarish level. I was revisiting it recently for data reasons and thought to myself how horrific that would be to just be stuck, like unable to move or do anything, and then getting very slowly, very surely cooked to death. The irony being that Ultralisks and things that have a high enough regeneration rate actually don't die. They just stay permanently fucking... because the effect only deals 4 damage per second. So if your Ultralisks have 5 damage per second regen, then they literally become trapped forever. So you could literally just lose your whole army cap worth of shit forever. Basically, it breaks the game. It's a game-breaking level as far as data is concerned. I actually, when I first played it, I was not that much of a fan. I thought it was a gimmick that really kind of hurt the player experience. But the more I think about it, the more fucked up it appeared to me thinking about it. An entire carrier, an entire Ultra is just kind of like stuck there, immobilized. Instantaneous 100% Parkinson's. One shot Parkinson's. Don't like seem crazy to me. So kind of like that level where the Temple of Amon created the shroud, that the big path, the big circular ring of death that just expanded ever outwards, the black smoke with the red lightning. This game too has these great big shrouds, and as the shrouds go out, they affect people, and people that are in the darkness get turned into the Crypt Keeper. Basically, that's what they look like. They look like from Tales from the Crypt Keeper. They look like the Crypt. And if you have torches, like these little fires, then the shroud, which is like darkness during the night, doesn't grow into your light source. So your light sources keep the enemies out, or keep the darkness out. The darkness being a type of damage. So the whole point of this game is to build light sources to try and keep the shadows away, because the shadows deal damage to you. So if you have torches, then you're okay. But the problem is that the demons, the monsters, can come into the light of the torches, and they want to destroy your torches, and they know where your torches are. And when they do, succeed in destroying them, the the shrouds come into your base and they get closer. And from the videos that I did, which are, I guess, now several years old, at least 2 years ago, back before I did any monologue because I was too shy to do any monologue. In those videos, I felt like I was playing They Are Billions. Because that's how many of the fucking monsters were coming. Now, I don't know if they've changed that. When I last played this game, it was like playing They Are Billions. That's all I have to say on the matter. So if you've played They Are Billions, then you might have some idea of what I'm talking about. This reminds me of the golden days of the RTS world. Kind of like when Age of Empires came out, and it was such a new thing, and then Star Wars uh, Battle Galactic came out. Galactic Battle, I think it's called. It's basically Age of Empires, but with engine, but with Star Wars themed shit. Reminded me of that. It reminds me of the Golden Age video. So I actually, from what I've played of this game, which is not very much, I actually really like this game. I'm actually more surprised at how much I like this game than I thought I would be. So now that there's a campaign button, 2 years later, I've decided to come back to it, give it a shot, because I've never played any of this. When I was a teenager playing the StarCraft 2 campaign, to me that was some of the just most amazing moments in video gaming history to me. Most people talk about games like Shadow of the Colossus, which I never owned. Other games that had big influences on them. Of all the games that had big influence on me, StarCraft 2 was probably, in my opinion, compared to every other video game I've ever played, StarCraft 2 is the only video game, to me, that is, quote-unquote, the best video game. And I know not everyone's going to agree with that, and I know that everyone's not going to think that, but I think it, because I enjoy it that much. To me, StarCraft 2 is the game that pulls me back over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. I've probably spent 45,000, maybe 50,000 hours into StarCraft 2. So when I played StarCraft 2, to me, I didn't know that I was going to spend that much time in it when I played the campaign for the first time. For those of you that haven't played the Wings of Liberty campaign, I would highly suggest that you download it for free and play it. And even if you don't buy the 2 expansions that you don't really, you kind of need them, but you don't. You definitely don't need the Nova Covert Ops DLC. You definitely don't need the skins or the announcers. Well, maybe some of the announcers, but but not all the announcers. And there's something special about StarCraft 2. Anyway, and that's how I feel about StarCraft 2. It's my forever game, as some people call it. You can use 3ds Max to create your own models. You can turn the StarCraft 2 engine into a video game of any numerous shapes and sizes. I mean, to say otherwise is simply false. It's simply false. And I could stick a picture here to show you some of the nonsense that I'd spent time creating, but I'm probably not even going to bother to go and find it. So, anyway, my point being, I haven't felt this passionate about a game since Barotrauma, StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, Diablo series, probably not quite Command & Conquer, but it feels almost like an homage a little bit to the Command & Conquer series. More so to They Are Billions. And if you enjoyed They Are Billions and wanted to find something that was similar but new, I would highly suggest this game. And that is even without playing this campaign. I know virtually nothing about this game. When I played this game was so alpha. It was so unbelievably alpha. So let's give this a shot. A cinematic?
Long ago, in the age of darkness, The land of Eredar was ravaged by battles between the Elosan race above and the accursed nightmares below. Primitive humans were mere prey for the nightmares, until the Elosa, in their wisdom, forged great crystals infused with their blood that could seal the nightmare breaches. With the nightmares contained, the Elosa taught us language, civility, and how to wield the dark crystals against a common threat. Together, we were able to rid the land of nightmares. Over the ages, humans thrived, conquering the lands of Eredar and beyond. The human king, Ezekiel, in his lust for power, sought to overthrow the Elosa and gain their blood powers for himself. In an act of unforgivable defiance, the Elosa banished King Ezekiel to the realm of nightmares, the Veil. Our conflict with the Elosa spawned a bloody uprising that lasted generations. Eventually, the Elosan betrayers were eliminated from Eredar and the world entirely. In their place, the Order was founded, that we might continue to battle the nightmares and seal them in the Veil. Kings and queens come and go, empires rise and crumble, yet the Order remain, ever alight in the darkness.
Alright, that was sick. That was sick. They have an art style that I kind of dig. Some people might not like the art style. It's very World of Warcraft loading screen. No offense to the devs. I don't hate that. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying that to be mean. Okay? I'm trying to be nice here. I didn't mean to hurt you. Please don't copyright strike me. World of Warcraft loading cinematics. You remember? For those of you that never played World of Warcraft, whenever you would, people would say, "Oh, the world, it's so expansive. The world goes on forever." What people don't realize is, what normal people don't realize is that that was kind of the joke. Each region was a map, and the maps were all ordered and shaped to link up with each other to a certain extent.
How many times must we hear these dusty tales of yours, Hector?
I like telling
Bishop
dusty
Hector,
tales.
Brother Vizago. Mind your
Brother!
Such dusty
Mind your
tales remind us of the Order's purpose. You ought to respect humanity's history and your place in it.
We know our purpose, Bishop. We serve the realm and its denizens.
We serve, yes, but protection of the Dark Crystals sits above all else. Something we've neglected of late.
All right, this looks the place. Reports indicated an incident occurred here, but we don't yet know the nature. Merrick and I will establish the situation, follow
It's
at a
Warcraft
distance,
3.
and stay vigilant.
Guys, it's
The
Warcraft
light
3.
protect you both.
The light protects. Praise the sun. Herald the coming of the apocalypse.
This town, it's been torn apart. What happened here? Bandits?
Guys, there's green flames. It's not bandits.
Bandits don't raid a town and leave the loot behind.
Dear sweet God, it's Warcraft 3. What the fuck?
The
Movement.
smell of char is heavy in the air. There's a hint of something else too. Decay. Then that would mean there's been a breach somewhere nearby. We need to find Hector and Merrick. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving. No way. Guys, I know how these types of maps work. Running face first into the wood chippers is never the answer. You know what? On that note, I need to smoke some weed. I know. I smoke a lot of weed. I smoke so much weed. I smoke like 5 joints a day, every day for the last 20 years. So much weed. So I recently created a 3D model of Hearthstone. We're going to do a Let's Play of StarCraft 2 campaign from beginning to end. But the difference is, rather than actually being in a campaign, I'm just going to use my own data, and I'm also going to just use the test document function. Very simple, very short, very quick, very dirty. And in between the campaign levels, I will insert cinematics that would normally be there. They won't actually be there for anyone trying to test the document. And all that I'm going to change is Hearthstone. It's going to be a hero to use as a unit. And it's going to be voice acted by Hearthstone. He just doesn't know it yet. Making a Hearthstone for Hearthstone by Hearthstone. This smells correct. You know, he makes some pretty funny quotes. I really like Hearthstone. Hearthstone, for those of you who don't know, he's like this really intense StarCraft 2 player who is really fucking good. Like, multiplayer-wise. He's one of the best multiplayers, probably, in the world.
How can I serve?
How can I serve indeed? Praise the sun.
Let's move out.
Rejoice in the coming apocalypse. Okay, so if I know anything about save scumming. Wait a minute. Oh. That's so if you click save, what happens? Then I go to my load. Still just the same one. Overwrites it. Kind of bad. It's very anti-save scumming. For those of you who don't know what save scumming is, in the old days, people frowned upon those who would play a video game, get really, really, really far into the video game. Then they would die, and then they would, rather than going all the way back to the video game, they would just load a save file. Now, obviously, normal people nowadays think of saving as a fairly average, fairly ordinary thing. Most people feel like saving. Think saving's bad. Some kind of weirdo. A long time ago it was. And anyone that did were called save scummers. Save scumming. It's a type of gameplay where you create save files so that if you fuck up, you don't have to go backwards as far. I learned to save scum from Command and Conquer. Because, quite frankly, there are a couple of campaign levels where they are literally impossible. Their difficulty is so high. I've talked about this before in other videos, but basically Command and Conquer had these levels, right? There's a couple of levels in a couple of games that really stood out to me in all the video games I've ever played. One video game, for example, being Homeworld, obviously, because has anyone ever tried to fight that giant sphere of 788 ion frigates manually with capture corvettes? Because I did. It took me a year to do it. Do you have any idea how hard that level is? It's so hard that you need a year to beat it. That's how hard it is. And there's a couple of levels like that in Command & Conquer where one level in particular, it took me 4 years to beat. To ever actually get by it. 4 years. Like, that's a really long time. Like, for me, to beat one level, you'd think, oh, you know, like, X number of days or whatever. Which with most games nowadays it is. But back then it wasn't. That's how hard they were. This game, I don't know what the difficulty curve is going to be. I didn't even have a button to change the difficulty. That reminds me of Command & Conquer as well, kind of. Being reminded of a lot of different things. These trees are reminding me of Warcraft 3. This sundial is reminding me of Warcraft 3. It's also reminding me of What's that other game that has a day-night cycle? There aren't that many of them. Banished. Reminding me of Banished. Reminding me of a lot of things. This reminds me of StarCraft 2. All you would need to do is order the heroes down along the panel here, right to the mini-map edge. Right? But the manual saving system does not remind me of Warcraft 3 at all. The saving system reminds me of Dead Space. Something where you can't even choose the folders or whatever. Crazy. There is a restart button. That's good. Tips. What's this button? Oh my god, that was my loading screen for the longest time. New loading screen now. Looks more like I guess they don't have it here. Fascinating. Okay. This is like a gameplay tips window. Has a slider bar. God, this reminds me of StarCraft 2 user interface too. Even the way the button lights up when you... Who are these devs? I need to send them some... ask them some questions. What is this? So I guess the story is that this is a barricade? Oh, so I can go forwards. Can I go backwards?
Ready to move.
What? Oh, there isn't all there. Okay. Reminding me of... I like how it started me zoomed in. Kinda cool. Okay. So from what I read, these two guys can't die. Are they heroes?
What do you require?
What do you do?
As the order demands. Time to go.
Or two. Hang on, guys. Let's smoke some weed and think about this.
How can I serve?
Oh, he's slower.
The path is clear.
Not slower. Slower
With
walk animation.
honor.
Trying to read the buttons, the numbers. 180. He's
With
squishier. He
haste.
goes in the back. Have the same armor.
What do you require?
This guy has a little bit less attack speed.
How can I
This guy has
serve?
more damage.
As you command.
Same movement speed, just different walk animation speeds. That's my head.
As you command.
Alright. But you are squishier, 'cause you only have 180 health.
How can I serve?
You have 200. You have the same ability.
I'm ready.
They're literally like clones of each other, unit data-wise. This is so cool. This is reminding me of so many different games. Look at these buttons. They even have them in the same spots. Oh, not quite. They have attack here. If you replaced... Oh, they don't have the fifth button. Okay, they don't have the fifth row, so they only have 4 rows. Oh, interesting.
Time to go.
Camera control. Yeah, I prefer to use my mouse, thanks. I'm one of these twitchy weirdos that twitches my screen all over the place like the lurk zone that it is. Now most people, most normal people, would be all like, oh, this is spooky looking, and then they would just walk by, and they wouldn't spend any time to look at it. But if you remember anything from my Alien series, you would know that I take moments to look at things like this because I admire them. So what is happening here? This is the city in Warcraft 3. Remember in Warcraft 3 and when you had just two people like this and you had Jaina and you had Arthas and you came up to the town that had eaten the plagued grain, and the plagued grain town was filled with ghouls and the ghouls wander around. This game's literally inspired by that level, by the way. You look at this place, it's all like green fire and shit. Ooh, spooky, I'm gonna go on down here. But no, that's not who I am. I'm a person, sit here and smoke weed and drink and then smoke more weed and then take a couple moments to look at this environment. So these buildings look really cool, right? And the wood barricade. There's a story here, guys, and we'll figure it out. So there's all these markets stands, so nobody knew anything was about to happen because everybody would have pulled their carts and shit out if they'd had time. So whatever it was, it happened fast. So you can imagine the apocalypse was fast. I'm just curious to know what happens at night. I'm gonna die when this. I mean, is it even moving? Is it been there this whole time? Like, I don't know. I've been kind of curious, actually. It doesn't seem to move anymore. It's been stuck there. Trigger based. Food based. Taking a look at these buildings because on the one hand, the color scheme is done in a way like the browns with the brown. Kind of reminds me of Banished, to be honest. For those of you that never played Banished, it's pretty good. I don't know if everyone would like it. It's not like StarCraft 2, where everyone should love StarCraft 2. A bit like a god. Banished was cool because it had some really dark ideas, but it was mostly lighthearted in its implementation. Like, you could get plagues, you could get typhoid, children could die, but they never showed any of that. All they really were a bunch of, like, small, high-detailed people that were either wandering around or they weren't. They would just vanish, and then a gravestone would appear. There was no in-between. There was no, oh, she's become Nurgle. There was no crazy violence. There was
Stay
no
on
blood.
guard.
There wasn't anything. Like, Banished was very clean. I would argue that Banished was done in a style to
Let's move out.
be as violent as it could in its ideas, while being as soft graphically as it could. But it had buildings of this color style.
I walk with the light.
Walk with the light, dude. It's the Emperor protect.
Damn! Nightmares. Watch yourself! What do you Crawlers, require? Inbound!
I guess I do heal enough to not care about a couple hits.
Time to go.
Do they heal at all? You're healing, right? They fucking better be. Yeah, they are.
With honor. Stay on guard.
God, and you know what they sound like to me? That's a nightmare all by itself.
Ready to move.
You come. Ooh. Stutters. That was weird.
How can I serve?
Okay. Sure. Alright. What do we do?
Stay on guard.
Cool looking little town. Oops. Oh. That's not great. Maybe I can Trick them.
As the order demands. The path is clear.
Face justice!
Inebriated gaming at its best. State-of-the-art inebriation. Wood pile looked so good. Like, it reminds me of a really zoomed out Diablo.
The path is clear.
It's almost better zoom. I mean, for this gameplay mode. I don't know what later. Oh god.
Brothers, there must be a breach nearby. More nightmares are coming our way. Hold them off! Merrick, stay with your brothers and help clean up the last of the nightmares. I'll find the Dark Crystal and try to contain the breach.
What? No
I
way.
walk with the light.
Oh, dude. We obviously want this guy.
Time to go.
Take all the hits.
Don't run.
Don't run. Why the fuck not?
Hey!
What?
Wine. Looks clear. We should go find Hector. Ready to move.
Hours.
That sounds like Hector. Hurry!
As you command.
Dear God, the micro.
With haste.
Quick, trigger the event. This guy's so big it's slow.
I'm ready.
Funny, because he doesn't even have any more health. He's just a bigger hitbox. It's kind of funny.
Wait, I know this one. For the light. Take it easy.
Okay, that's funny. Uh oh. This place. My God. This place reminds me of Zeratul levels in StarCraft 2.
Bishop! What's happened? Stand back from there!
Dark visions I have seen. End times. The Lord of the Vale seeks to escape imprisonment below. This crystal is breaking apart.
The old man looks weird to me. Something's off with him.
If the Lord of the Vale escapes, there'll be no containing the nightmares. This cannot come to pass. We must repair this crystal.
A voice. O merciful light, it speaks to me. We must make sacrifice. The blood of a heretic. The Dark Crystal demands it. I have seen it. An Elosan is near. Only the death of an Elosan can purify this crystal. Merrick, heed my words. Go! Find the heretic. They are near.
What?
Voices? Blood sacrifice? What's the old man on about, Edwin? I don't like this. He wasn't himself.
Perhaps his mind has finally turned to mush. But if he's right about the Lord of the Vale, we can't take the chance. We must repair the crystal at any cost.
Oh no. More nightmares. Fend them off with me.
Oh. Oh, right. So just like they are billions, and and also aliens start to send. Unlike StarCraft 2, there's a pause function. This is also a thing in
How
Homeworld.
can I serve?
Sometimes pausing is kind of nice. I mean, in StarCraft 2, it's considered disrespectful. So in StarCraft 2, etiquette, as far as
As you
being a
command.
multiplayer, you never do it unless you absolutely have to. And you never abuse it. It's absolutely wrong. I don't see anything else to worry about.
How can I serve?
Oh, shit.
Give me a challenge.
Well, I can't do anything about it. No way around it.
Merrick, what say you?
Bishop, it's as you foretold. I found an illusion. Course, they denied it, but no matter. Let's get moving. A station of our men are already there.
You have done well this day, Brother Merrick. The crystal demands blood tribute, and Elosan blood it will have.
Okay, that was pretty short.
Merrick, why have we returned to my village? These are good people.
You know why. Your lies have betrayed the Order, brother.
People of Dunstock, this town is found guilty of harboring an Elosan heretic. By command of the Order, you shall witness the price of this treason.
Nadia?
Saga, please, I've done nothing wrong.
This
Burn
is
her.
madness.
She's a witch.
My wife is no Elosan.
Surely this is a mistake.
Listen to reason, Hector.
Nadia Oriah, may your accursed Elosan blood be scourged in the light of the flame.
Enough, Hector! I won't let you hurt her!
Stop this! You forget yourselves!
And you forget your oath, brother. All of you, repeat your oaths.
Not for my glory! For the light! Not for my brother! For the light! Not for my brother! For the light!
Edwin, speak your oath.
Please! Edwin! She's innocent!
For the light.
Good. Light the pyre.
Burn her! They're gonna burn the witch.
Merrick, cleanse this betrayer in the creek.
Oh, don't worry. You'll not hear her screams much longer.
Damn.
Now, to the matter of the infant. Edwin, I leave this to you.
See?
Ah, Edwin. Come. We've much to discuss.
Damn. Okay. Weird. What did we just watch there? It's kind of an homage to, I guess, witch burning. Those of you who don't know what that is, well, I I don't know how better else to explain it other than Monty Python when they say, "She's a witch, can we burn her?" There's no other way to explain it. What you do, you gotta burn witches. That's supposedly, I think it's fucked up. I'm not a fan of this whole burning thing. And I really wish that they would stop pretending to be witches. Screaming, "I'm a witch." That clip still cracks me up. Jesus. The way she screams, "I'm a witch." What the fuck was that? Oh my god. For those of you who've never seen that clip, just don't look it up. Not worth your time. Okay. For the light. So now he's old. So did he kill the baby? See, that wasn't definitive. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this makes so much sense now. So instead of killing the baby, he's dragged the baby along. Hey, we have some ghouls to kill. Yeah, see, everything's getting worse. It's not getting better. So this Hector guy, you know, he doesn't seem good to me. Seems bad. Brother Hector. I don't know if I trust Brother Hector. I think he's...
Hector thinks you need more experience in the field. And I agree. Follow my orders, and we'll get through this alive.
Oh, this is exciting, Edwin. I've never been this far north before. I hope we see nightmares.
This is a security job, Aurelia. We're on the lookout for criminals wearing the Iron Talon insignia.
Oh, you mean like them?
Leave us alone! We've nothing left to give ya!
Yeah? But I bet you've got plenty for us to take.
Stop! By the authority of the Order, you must face justice.
Aurelia, wait! Blasted girl's gonna get herself killed.
Now, in this game, there's cleave damage. So ideally,
Die!
want to try and...
Back to the abyss!
really hoping to kill that archer. Sweet.
Make way!
Damn it. Damn it, get back here. I can't have this emotionally.
Forward!
I'm not ready for another Joel moment. These humans?
As you
Yeah,
wish.
they are humans. Stuttering. Boink. Meanwhile, she's soloing everybody.
Never charge headlong into a confrontation. It isn't safe.
Safe for who? The bandits? I'm not a helpless little girl, Edwin.
We can't stand round waiting for our livelihoods to be stolen from us, Elizabeth. If the Order won't do something about it, I will.
Your fighting days are behind you, Gregory.
You're old!
Son, there's no sense in dying for shovels and pickaxes.
Yeah, there is, because
Great.
those shovels and
More
pickaxes
bloody
are
Order
ours.
knights. I'll clean up your mess for you, shall I? Les, fetch me my spear.
Excuse me, our mess? Who do you think you're talking to?
Yeah,
What is your quarrel with the Order?
you.
Since you Order folk ain't been keeping the bandits in check, they ruined our farm, tore down our walls, and stole our supplies. You want to be useful? Get our goods back.
Yeah.
The Order doesn't run errands for peasants. It slays nightmares and punishes
The
criminals.
Order serves the needs of the people, Aurelia. Sir, we'll return your goods and help you repair your village.
For all of Eredar.
He should be level 45. I think it would have been funnier if he started level 45.
What's next?
Or like 65. To show how old he is. And then,
For the light.
She looks kind of old. Like, you know, she looks in her 20s, so she could be level 20.
For the order.
What's this? Repair this? Can I? What is the repair button? R? Nope. Right click? Nope. Oh, I have a town now. Oh, shit.
Fear nothing.
It's literally my base.
Where are we heading?
God, I'm so stupid. How could I not know? Resources, population, blah, 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 blah. Nothing.
I stand prepared.
Cover stolen resources. So I guess I can't actually use the base yet. That's a bit disturbing.
Light the way.
Father goes first. See, that's cool. I know that people will be like, oh, it's just terrain. But to me, this looks really cool. It's like a swamp. It's got lily pads and shit. Now, if I saved, closed, and reopened this game, do you think these lily pads would change and move about and look different? Do you think they're RNG? Randomly generated? These might not be. This forest, though, man. Like, there is a little bit of tree duplication. Like, this tree, for example, looks suspiciously and exactly like this tree. And this one. Right? So it suffers the same problem that all these games do to do with the trees. You know? But they're so generic. Yeah, they are a little bit duplicate. So there's a little bit much of the
Let's go.
more than I would like. Even StarCraft 2 solved this by having random facing directions. They could have done that. Can't we just overpower them and take them into our...
Meet your end.
We shall not waver.
I feel like these archers do more damage. That's why I bully them.
I'm ready for anything.
Embers guide me.
Lots of gold in here, Edwin.
That looks like all of it. We should return to the village center. A flicker in the dark.
No way, I want to keep exploring. Can I repair yet?
Stand as one.
I want this stuff to get aggroed back to me later.
The Order's justice.
Fire shall cleanse. Strike with purpose.
Point me towards the fun.
It's literally Jaina.
Fear nothing.
Yeah, it's literally
Where are we
Jaina.
heading?
It's literally Jaina and Arthas. This is so funny to me.
Fear not the shadowed path.
Any Warcraft 3 player is going to laugh too.
Look out! It's an ambush.
Oh my god, he even said it, the thing. It's an ambush!
Stand in the light.
God, it's so funny to me. This is literally the age of Warcraft 3. This is Warcraft 3
step towards the abyss.
combined with StarCraft 2, combined with
Find our
Banished,
stolen goods, did
combined
we?
with
How
their
about you put 'em to
villains.
good use? Show us your word means something and rebuild our farm.
Oh,
Why
you
do these
guys.
Norfolk peasants show us such disrespect? The Order is here to help.
We'll need a good source of lumber if we're to keep up with repairs. That may be so, but the Order have to atone for our mistakes. In their eyes, as mine.
Derp-a-derp-a-derp-a-derp.
For all of Aradar.
Listen to the villager near the dwellings.
Please, Knight. My husband. He took off to fight back against the Talon himself. He hasn't come back. Please, you need to help him.
We'll find him. Hopefully he's still in one piece.
He isn't.
First they ask us to run errands, and now they wander off to get themselves killed.
Yeah, because you're
This is an
not listening.
opportunity to restore some faith in the Order. Let's not squander it.
Faith doesn't win battles.
I didn't realize there's this much going on.
Light the way. Purge them. Fire and fury. By my hand.
Oh, thank God, we have some units now.
Forward.
That's cool. I wonder if I could have microed those better. I didn't even try. I was so surprised by the moment. Oh no. Oh no. Over here. Yes. Can't be better, right? Right? You know what? This is where zooming out would help. It's bad. It's not great. Better. Yeah, alright. Oh. I guess I just have unlimited gold now. So I can't really spend it. Oh,
Where
sick.
to?
Villagers aided. Oh shit, do I need to do more?
I'm ready for anything.
I kinda wanna leave them here. What?
What's next?
I don't know. Operational command is confused. You're in a status of confusion. Building construction. You know what that means? It means unable to comply, but you have not enough buildings to... Nothing. Another lumberyard. Even if it literally gives nothing. Yeah, why not? It even makes the same similar noise as they are billions.
Let's go.
Even go that way? And
For the Order.
that's true. Oh, what? Oh, it's a swamp. Ah.
Where to?
It's a sketch, guys. Randomly wandering in the darkness.
What's next?
Oh, aw, they're just training. Can't we be friends?
Let's go. Run, villain!
I was just looking at these tents and thinking how cool they look. They remind me of the Age of Mythology tents, but much smaller.
Oh, are you scared? For all of Aradar.
Knight!
I serve. You're free. Now fight with us.
Onward!
Got some shield bros. Go home. I'm afraid. Sufficient. Can't build nothing. What?
Get on with it. Ready.
No.
Where are we heading?
Fuck off.
Huh?
I don't know how much undead crap I'm gonna have to.
Right.
Sound ambience is really nice. Hood hut. I had to burn down me hut.
Fear nothing.
All right, I'm going.
Oh my god, that's such a Warcraft 3 joke. Gameplay of Banished. Gameplay of Banished, but with the, and they are billions, but with the attitude of Warcraft 3. It's just biblical.
As you wish.
People who are playing this game, who have never played any video game before, are gonna think this is the greatest video game ever. And they're kinda right.
I go.
Go that way, can I? Nope, I can't. So what now?
I step towards the abyss.
Can I go any further that way? It's a gate that's... I didn't see them.
Speak.
I'm kind of paranoid about home. I don't really want
Point
to...
me towards the fun.
How the heck get in there? Or do we get in there? Map terrain? Permanently lost? She's
Fear
fast, so
nothing.
she'll find out. She'll psychically know.
Where are we heading?
I'm old. I don't want to walk all that way. You go find out.
For the light.
You have a self-healing magic. You're totally fine. Yeah, there's totally
I
stuff.
am here.
I'm ready for anything.
I'm ready for anything. Not a single bridge. A weird boatyard that looks really fucking cool, and a random tower. Lots of ruins. Not a whole lot of
Ready to
nice
face
stuff,
the dark.
mostly just ruin.
We stand in defiance.
Thinking about going across the swamp. I'm thinking about going across the swamp.
For the
What?
order.
The way we came. The way we came from. I'm just crazy. Aid. Vendor.
Where to?
All the way home, I guess.
Got something for me?
Yeah, I do. Help me kill this gate. It's an enemy gate.
I'm ready. Very well.
Did we let too many up there die? So can.
For all of Eridar.
Is it supposed to? Gotta be this, right?
Point me towards the fun.
Somehow.
Let's go.
What? Why wouldn't it open before?
For the order. Fall to the order.
Not my pikeman.
A flicker in the dark.
I suppose we could work together from here. Help me avenge my son, seeing as it's the Order's fault he's gone. Repairs won't do no good if those bastards can come back any time they like.
Oh, finally, they're gonna let me build stuff. Holy Christ.
Yes?
Neat little village, you know?
The dark encroaches.
Like when I played this game in its pre-alpha release, it kind of made sense what they were making. But now I'm seeing this really nice map. It just looks really cool. I please. Oh really? You're gonna let me build towers? I will build shit out of towers. I will put them exactly where you want. I will even put them where you don't want them. My lumber camps are... I don't trust these blue towers. They don't scream loyalty to... I've seen the apocalypse. I know what this game can look like. I need 40 of these towers. I'm not going to stop until I have 40 of these towers.
What do we kill first?
Gregory! Thank the gods you're safe! The Talon are back. Please, knights, help us defend our village.
Time for you worthless Order Knights to show us what you're capable of for once.
You call us worthless, and yet we just saved you. You'd be dead without us. Dead.
Can you bring my boy back from the grave, girl? No? Then how about you put up your fists and fight for our town instead?
You wanted action, Aurelia. Now's your moment. Ready your weapon.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Go outside. Let everybody
defenses
else
are
relax
under
for a
attack.
bit.
Where are we heading?
It's fine.
For the light.
She needs the XP anyway.
For all of Eridar.
Alright, fine.
Point me towards the fun.
Gate's gonna suck anyway.
Fear nothing.
Normally when you're fighting the zombies, you have to worry about the
Nice,
buildings taking all that damage. But now you don't.
Where are we heading? Well, now that you're safe and sound, how about a little gratitude?
Should we be thanking you for letting the bandits overrun the north? Or mayhap for neglecting the crystals so long that now we're constantly under threat from nightmares?
Well, those bandits aren't going to be doing much of anything anymore, seeing as they're all worm food now.
Taking a life is no trivial matter, Aurelia. Still, the Iron Talon must be stationed somewhere. Let's leave these people be, and see if we can track them down.
All trees collect 5,000 gold. How could you not? You can't spend it. That was a weird level. What do you know? That's Act 1, Mission 1 completed. Kind of 2 missions. Prologue and Act 1, Mission 1. So, level 2. So this makes this level 3. But I feel like this is a good place as any to end it on. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully, see you